Hello there, it's Coach Jamila, and welcome to the second edition of Strategy Sunday. I hope that you enjoyed my video last week where I gave a marriage tidbit talking about love notes. Please let me know how that went for you. Just comment on that video and tell me if you tried it, how it went, if you've seen any improvement in your relationship. So today's tidbit is a new mommy tidbit, self-care. It is so important. Why? Well, because our children, our babies need mothers, not martyrs, right? We can't give what we don't have. If we really want to be the best for our loved ones that we care for, we have to be at our best, right? Can't give our best if we are not at our best. So how do we do that? Well, we have to make time for ourselves. I know for me personally, when my son was born last year, he was in the NICU, and of course that was the complete focus while he was there. And then when he came home, of course I was fully immersed in caring for him. And then after about 4 or 5 months or so of him being home, I was finally able to turn attention to myself. And I realized it was so important because I thought, caring for a baby was going to be the thing that was the most challenging, but it wasn't. The most challenging thing was actually taking care of myself. All his needs were being met, but I was completely ignoring myself. So that's why I thought it was so important to talk about self-care with you today. And I actually earlier this year put together a 7-day self-care challenge, and I ran a few groups with some awesome women, many of whom I've been friends with for years. And I actually put the entire video series for that challenge on my YouTube channel, which if you're watching this on Instagram, you can access by going to the link in my bio and clicking on my YouTube, and then it's an actual playlist. It says 7-day self-care challenge, and I have all the videos there. And so I encourage you to go through it as like a self-paced experience and do all the exercises and activities and comment and let me know how it's going for you, and let's interact and make sure you're getting the most out of what I wanted to create for that experience. But what I'm going to share with you today are the 7 tips from that 7-day self-care challenge. So how can we implement self-care into our life? Well, my first suggestion is breakfast. Treat yourself to breakfast, right? I'm not talking about a cup of coffee. I'm not talking about just grabbing something on the run. I'm talking about, if not tomorrow, because you may not have time to go to the store, because you do need to prepare. Tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Tuesday, because you can do this over the next 7 days, doesn't matter when you start, but focus on creating for yourself the most delicious and magnificent breakfast. Treat yourself. Eat something good and have fun making it, right? And then enjoy eating it. So breakfast, okay? Number 2, or day 2, if you decide to do this over the 7 days, positive affirmations. I'm big on this because you're thinking something, so you have to tell yourself what to think. And if you don't tell yourself something, more than likely there's a negative voice in there that you may not even be aware of that's playing a story or a rhetoric for you that's keeping you stuck in some place. So positive affirmation. Start telling yourself the things that you want to believe about yourself. For example, I am a good mother. I trust my instincts. And when you say it like you mean it, like you believe it, and it will become true for you. And the key is when you write your positive affirmations, make sure you do not include any negatives. You don't say don't say no. For example, you wouldn't say, I have no fear. You would say, all fear is gone. So make sure there's no negatives in your positive affirmations. Now, the third point is journaling. You want to take some time every day, typically at the end of the day, to just write out your thoughts and just really, get it all out on paper so that you can rest, because you no longer will have those things, maybe worries or ideas, even, good things maybe swirling around in your mind. Get it all out on paper so you can work through your emotions and your thoughts and your feelings and sleep well, okay? Now, the next point is exercise. I'm big on that. Now, in my challenge I just said, just walk in place, move in place. You better work out and do something at least 4 days a week, okay? If you want to feel a difference. Number 5, release a grudge, or day 5. You need to release a grudge. Think about somebody that has driven you crazy or did something to you that you were just holding on to and really sort through it and see if you can't find a basis or a reason to extend forgiveness. Release yourself from being in that conflict with them. It's holding you hostage, and you don't want to be in that place with anyone. Number 6, or day 6, get hype song. Yes. So anytime you want to get going, for me, music is a motivator, right? So if music is a motivator and you're not feeling motivated, you need your get hype song, your song you put on when you're like, yeah, I gotta make it happen. Woo, woo. Yeah. So you want to blast that. It can be in your car. It can be in your headphones, because it may not be a song your baby needs to hear, or certainly not at that volume. So get your get hype song, get your blood flowing, get it working, get your dance on, whatever. You get hype, get your energy up, and then that makes you feel good, makes you feel better, makes you just feel, woo, I can do it. I can take on the world, right? And then finally, my point is subscribe to a motivational newsletter. You have like Darren Hardy, people like that you can subscribe to get a positive thought every day. Now, I'll tell you this. I do have my website, CoachJamila.com, and you can subscribe, and I will be releasing positive and encouraging information that I'm going to send out to my subscribers. I haven't launched that yet, but certainly if that's something you would be interested in, you can visit my website and go ahead and enter your email and subscribe to my page, and I will, once that gets going, of course, include you in sharing those tidbits and things like that. So, just to summarize, breakfast, positive affirmations, journaling, exercise, release a grudge, get hype song, and subscribe to a motivational newsletter. Now, maybe you can't do all 7 of those things every single day, right? To just keep it together. But if you could implement just 3 or 4 of my suggestions on a daily basis, think about what that would look like for you. Think about how that would change your day. Think about how that would change how you feel. And think about how it would change your energy level and your momentum, and really what you're able to do for your family. What kind of a different air or spirit would you have about carrying out what it is that you have to do? So anyway, those are my 7 tips. I want to thank you for tuning in for Strategy Sunday. Please, as you go through, comment and let me know. Same thing if you do decide to utilize the videos that I put on my YouTube channel for the 7-Day Self-Care Challenge playlist. Comment on those videos. Let me know how it's going so we can interact again and make sure you're getting the most benefit from that experience and why I created it. That's what I created it for. So I hope this has been helpful and useful to you. If you're on my YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. If you are on Instagram watching this on IGTV, please follow me, and I look forward to seeing you next week.